You're listening to Valley Viewpoint on your local station, 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, with Peter Moore and Sylvia Kakalis. I'm obviously Sylvia. Now, it's just gone past 3:30, and our next guests have joined us in the studio today to talk about their community support groups that were established to support Soul parents. Tyrell Moore is the founder and president of Soul Fathers United, and Sarah Carroll is the newly appointed president of Soul Mothers United. Welcome to both of you to Valley Viewpoint.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. It's good to have you here. Now, Tyrell, I'll start with you. Like I mentioned earlier, you founded Soul Fathers United. Why did you feel there was a need for this type of service?
Well, after becoming a single parent myself almost 3 years ago now, I was looking around to see what kind of support networks there were for fathers and their children, and came to the realisation that there was practically nothing in the northern suburbs of Melbourne to assist fathers at all.
At all. And you know, you sent me some stats earlier today from Australian Bureau of Statistics showing that in 2006 there were 486,000 sole parent families in Australia, and 13% of them were headed by fathers, which means 63,180 sole fathers, and this is, you know, 2006, I dare say it's higher now, throughout Australia. I didn't realise that the number was so high, and to think that there's no services available is a bit freaky for me, I think. So you went ahead and did it yourself.
Yeah, I thought, well, you know, if there's nothing occurring at the moment, why complain about it and just do something about it?
And that's and it has you know done quite well, because you've I've had a look at your Facebook page and stuff like that. There's a lot of dads on there. Now the role, I was just also thinking, the role of a dad, say from when I was growing up, has changed dramatically.
There's been a definite evolution in fathering.
Yeah, and I just thought some of the young dads today would, you know, find that the way they were raised is very different to what's expected, and probably what they want to do today. So is this something that you you know, address in the support group?
Definitely. We look at a whole myriad of aspects of parenting, right from cooking to, you know, best creams to use on a child for different ailments, right through to paternal health and well-being itself.
Yeah, which is and that's exactly it, isn't it? That there are some issues that face soul dads that would be different to, you know, soul mums. So that's what you address specifically. And you get, you were saying you have activities and stuff like that at your support group.
Yes.
So what type of professionals come in and talk about different issues?
Well, on the first and third Sunday of each month, we hold a Soul Father support group. We have professionals from family law, child psychology, paternal and child health. Also different guest speakers from the local library or from the YMCA. They come in and have a yarn and discuss, you know, whatever needs to be discussed to assist the fathers.
And do you take, so the guys that come in, do they, you know, can they say, oh, you know, this and this has happened, and, you know, you take that on board and possibly look at organising someone to talk about a particular issue? Like, is it pretty much the group runs what happens?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
I'm also studying at the moment to become a qualified social worker, to be able to assist the fathers and the children as well. Right.
And has it grown from when? How long has the group been around for?
Well, the Soul Father Support Group, we've been running since the 4th of July last year. We have grown quite substantially. We're pushing out into not just, initially we're based in Whittlesea, now we're pushing out into Hume, Darebin and Banyule.
Wow.
Looking at pushing out into the rest of the municipalities in the surrounding areas as well.
Wow, see, that just shows that the need was there, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So Tyrell, when and where do you meet?
Well, we have the Soul Father Support Group holding that twice a month on the first and third Sunday of each month. We're also booking in a Father's Cooking class, which commences on the first Monday of each month from February. We've also got another program, Active Fathers, Active Children Engaging Together, which is being held in conjunction with Mill Park Leisure Centre. Okay,
so there's quite a bit happening. If people want more information, where's the best place that they can go?
They can look on the website, which is just simply www.soulfathersunited.org.au.
Yep, I googled Soul Fathers United and it came up. So so it's pretty easy to do. And you also won a special award, didn't you? You don't look down, didn't you? It's fantastic.
Yes, I did. I won the local community father of the year.
Which is, I think you should be quite proud of that. I think that's a wonderful achievement. So, do people nominate you? Is that how it was?
Yes, I had many very special people in my life nominate me, and a lot of children and their mothers as well.
Oh, that's fantastic! Congratulations, that's a wonderful achievement. So, my guest is Tyrell Moore, President of Soul Fathers United, and we'll be back after these messages, and we're going to chat to Sarah Carroll, the President of Soul Mothers United.
The Diamond Valley Railway runs into action every Sunday and Wednesdays during the school and most public holidays. Tickets are only $3 per ride. For bookings and train times, phone 0433 010 926. Diamond Valley Railway, Eltham Lower Park, Main Street, Eltham. Plenty Valley FM community subscriber.
G'day, mate. Good weekend?
It's all right, I suppose. Washed my car.
I cut one in half.
Wish I could do that. Mine's a bit over the hill.
I went over a hill yesterday. Abseiled down a cliff.
Lucky for some.
It's not luck. I'm an SES volunteer. We deal with emergencies and help prepare for major disasters. We get trained in everything from boating to first aid. You could join. Just contact your local SES unit or ses.vic.gov.au.
I guess a dirty car never hurt anyone.
Winners of Plenty Big Sports Breakfast Show with Crooksy and the crew. Saturday mornings at 8. Tune in as the guys kick off another day of sport, including popular segments, the back page, Is It a Sport, Brown Bread, and Mongoose Monty. The Winners of Plenty Big Sports Breakfast Show with Crooksy and the crew. From 8, Saturday mornings on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM.
Local news, information and opinion. Valley Viewpoint on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. Got a story or an opinion? Email your viewpoint to valleyviewpoint.pvfm@gmail.com.
This is Valley Viewpoint with Sylvia Kakalis and Peter Moore. I was just talking to Tyrell Moore, and he and Sarah Carroll have joined us in the studio to talk about Soul Parent Support Groups. Sarah, you're the newly appointed president, like I said, of the Soul Mothers United. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What do you think are some of the main issues facing women raising children on their own?
To be honest, stigma would have to be at the forefront. A lot of soul mothers are soul mothers not through their own choice. A lot are. And we are here to support single parenting across the board. While we obviously run a soul mother support group, it is also very much non-gender biased. Soul parenting is not easy, gender unrelated. And obviously working in unison with soul fathers to promote that unity between family breakdowns and to make sure that the children don't get caught up in the crossfire.
Yeah, and I can't. We said it earlier when I met you. I can't believe that the stigma in this day and age, that the stigma is still around about soul parenting. But which is why I suppose support groups are wonderful, because apart from having the professionals come in and talk about diets and things like that, the guest speakers. The beauty of support groups is that the knowledge and support gained from other mothers is invaluable, isn't it?
Oh, look, I'm finding as a single mother to a 15, 5, 4 and 1-year-old that I am learning...
I just took a breath.
It's, I'm also studying full-time. I'm trying to, for us, it's about education. It's about, and a big part of breaking the stigma is that it's okay to be a single mother, and it's okay to better our own future, which in turn will better the future of our children. The stigmas attached are very, very old, and in this day and age, not necessary. And it's very, very hard for single mothers to break out of that mould or the pigeonhole they've been put within.
And yeah, that's true. And I suppose that's why, is that why you're also looking at attending meetings, like council meetings and things like that?
Oh, very much so. I'm very hands-on, and I'm a big part of our page is promoting is positive parenting, but positivity starts within yourself as a parent, which then filters down to your children in the hope of breaking cycles, breaking stigmas, but also that one voice can be heard. And if it starts with, whether it's myself, the hope is it will filter on to other mothers to say it is okay to stand up and say that we are lacking this within the community, or to try and make changes and to be okay with the fact that one voice can very much be heard and we can sit within council meetings and be acknowledged.
Yeah, and start from, I suppose it all starts, apart from supporting each other, it starts from grassroots levels, and if you're not there, then you won't get heard.
Absolutely.
So, and Sarah, so the group hasn't actually started meeting yet, is that correct?
That is correct.
So when are you looking at...
Our seeding grant, and thank you to the Whittlesea Council, funding came through last Tuesday. Dealing with single mothers, obviously babysitters, children, I made the choice to not preempt that, to wait until we had the seeding grant through, and then from there it will now flow on to members, meetings and short-term, middle-term, long-term goals.
Okay. So what are some of your long-term goals then?
The long-term goals, obviously, with support, would be, once we can hold fundraising events in unison with Soul Fathers United, will be to whatever funding comes back to us as non-profit organisations will then go straight back into the community. The long-term goal will be whether it's setting up a rec centre for single parents during the periods of the school holidays that daycare centres close down and they have to work, or we have to work or study, and it's just not affordable. So the long-term goal, whether it's rec centres, whether it's drop-in centres, the long-term goals are to put back into the community for the single parents to make life just that little bit easier.
And the thing is, if mum and dad are okay, then the kids are okay as well. I think that's the message is that, we all need to look after our kids, and, that is everyone's focus. And I suppose with the right support, that's what will happen. And if our kids are okay, everyone just wants to raise their kids to be okay. I mean, I'm a mum and I'm the same. We all worry about the kids at the same rate. So where can people get, as developments occur with Soul Mothers, Sarah, where can people get, updates, say, more information?
At the moment, because our page is so new, we hit our 700 liker today. The Facebook page is very much a promotional tool. It will then follow on to members. It will then follow on to the meetings, which will then follow on to putting more out there, whether it is through fundraising, whether it is through events, there is a lot of support out there for single mothers. The reason we are working with Soul Fathers is to put it out there that we are not gender biased and that single parenting is hard for anybody.
Yeah, and I think, and so that's the point of difference, isn't it, really, for you guys, the fact that it is parenting, soul parenting is hard, and it is not a gender.
It's not a gender issue.
Yeah, it's not a gender issue. It's about being okay with yourself and the kids being okay.
And putting the children first.
Yeah, fantastic. So our guests today have been Tyrell Moore from Soul Fathers United and Sarah Carroll from Soul Mothers United. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Well, thank you very much.
I wish you well, and I hope you keep
very much for having us.
Keep us updated with everything that's happening. We'd love to know. So Sylvia Kakalis is my name. You're listening to Valley Viewpoint, and we're going to get back to some music. And Peter, are we up to My Country? Midnight Oil?
Turn my microphone on, yeah.
Yeah, turn your microphone.
It's the oils.
It's the oils.
The oils.
My Country. Oh, Sarah likes it. This is Sarah. Okay, thanks, guys.